コンロの技使わせてもらうぜ。
If you just blasted through Fire Force's explosive episodes and you're hungry for more anime flamethrowing action, then you're in the right place. Fire Force delivered a wild ride with its firefighters versus Infernals concept and cool pyrokinetic powers. In this video, I'm counting down 10 anime that should scratch that same itch. Each one has big action, supernatural powers, and the kind of style that fans of Fire Force will love. Whether it's weird monsters, magic academies, or dystopian battles, these picks will keep the heat on.
行くよ、ソウル。
This one's a no-brainer. Created by Fire Force author Atsushi Okubo, Soul Eater is actually set in the same universe as Fire Force. It follows students at the Death Weapon Meister Academy, yes, the DWMA, who can transform into weapons and wield them. The goal? Collect the souls of 99 evil humans and one witch to become powerful death scythes. Sounds insane, huh? It is. Imagine Fire Force's crazy battles, but with high schoolers who are literally part weapon, scythes, guns, and even clothes that can turn into blades. The animation style is similarly bold and slightly gothic, and Okubo's signature flair is all over it. You'll find that mix of dark supernatural threats and goofy humor that Soul Eater delivers is right up Fire Force's alley. Plus, a few characters in Soul Eater even use fire powers in battle, which should give any Fire Force fans a familiar spark. In short, if you love absurd powers and creepy villains and a side of comedy, then Soul Eater is fire. Pun intended.
私の体は銃弾すら効かないのだ。
その行いによってその悪行によって報い
エクソシストか。
主は私の助け私の盾である。汝とに滅びん。
This one is heavy on demons and devilish drama, kinda like Fire Force's Infernal scenario, but with a literal apocalypse twist. The story follows Rin Okumura, a hot-headed teen who discovers he's the son of Satan and has inherited blue flame powers.
俺は一体何なんだよ。
お前は人間ではない。悪魔が人に産ませた子供。
He and his brother Yukio enroll at True Cross Academy to train as exorcists and try to take down the demon forces. Fans of Fire Force will immediately see the parallels: a city under siege by supernatural baddies and heroes with flaming abilities. Rin is literally wielding blue fire in combat, echoing Shinra's fiery kicks. You've got a school for special combatants, creepy demons, and plenty of pulse-pounding fight scenes. And like Fire Force, Blue Exorcist balances its action with a bit of levity. Rin's a fun, if rash protagonist who cracks jokes even while the world is ending. In short, Blue Exorcist throws you into a war between demons and exorcists that feel very much in Fire Force territory. It's a great choice if you want more super-powered battles and demon-slaying heroics with a kick of humor.
大体いつもは望んでこの実験に協力してるんだ。5年前からずっと。
舐めてんの？文家のハルトラくん。
いや、そんな。
チンコ燃えちゃうから。
Now let's get a bit mystical with Tokyo Ravens. This one isn't as well known on every Fire Force list, but trust me, it fits the vibe. Tokyo Ravens centers on onmyoji magic. Think Japanese sorcerers in modern-day Tokyo. Its hero, Harutora Tsuchimikado, comes from a prestigious onmyoji family, but stands out with no special powers, until he gets pulled into a magical crisis with demons and spirits. The show has all the trappings of a supernatural action story. Mystical mystical rituals, curses, and battles fought with spells instead of firearms. It even has a school setting partway through, since Harutora and friends end up at a prep school for Onmyoji. The appeal is in the cool magic versus demons fights and the team dynamics. Harutora teams up with his powerful friend Natsume, who literally channels a dragon spirit, and others to fight off underworld threats. It's got that mix of earnest young heroes, dark supernatural stakes, and just enough light banter to break the tension. You won't find flamethrowers here, but if you like the idea of firemen fighting mythic beasts, then Tokyo Ravens gives a similar thrill with elemental magic and ancient gods. Plus, the character designs and flashy spells often feel as vibrant as any ignition ability.
間違いないやつだ。
ハルトラ先輩じゃありませんか。私のファーストキスの相手です。
フロート、そんなに怒るなよ。
気安く呼ぶな人よし。
Here's a wild card, Concrete Revolutio. Set in an alternate Showa-era Japan, that's mid-20th century but kinda not our history, Concrete Revolutio assembles every superpowered being imaginable. There are aliens, androids, gods, and demi-humans living in secret in Japanese cities. To maintain peace, the government establishes the Superhuman Bureau to oversee these individuals. You follow Jiro Hitoyoshi, a guy from the nuclear testing suburbs who works on this bureau. Initially, he's on the side of regulation, but he and some renegade heroes soon start questioning whether superhumans should really be locked up or even run the show. What this means for you? Concrete Revolutio is packed with goofy creativity and action. You get fights with giant monsters, kaiju, magical girls, and even robots. Basically a kaleidoscope of weird powers colliding. It's ambitious storytelling with some fun punch-ups, and it'll satisfy that itch for heroes punching monsters. If you liked the idea of an all-star team taking on everything from demons to cults, Concrete Revolutio shows what that looks like in a retro future world. Expect trippy visuals, earnest speeches, and a hero or two that can set things ablaze. Blood Blockade Battlefront, or Kekai Sensen, is what Fire Force would look like if New York City went totally wild. In this series, an otherworldly portal opens above New York City, now nicknamed Hell Salem's Lot, and monsters, ghosts, vampires, and angels all flood in. The city becomes a paranormal melting pot. To keep it from descending into chaos, a secret group called Libra patrols the streets. You follow Leonardo Watch, a photographer who can now see weird things after a mysterious eye transplant, as he joins Libra. This show is pure urban fantasy chaos. Every episode has bizarre creatures or a crazed villain to tackle. Often in over-the-top fights with flashy powers, the vibe is gritty and neon-drenched. The show delivers non-stop action with lasers and tentacles, and you get the gist. It balances scary monsters with comedic relief. Think a dogman DJ or a limbless butler who loves tea. The characters are fun. Leon is a wide-eyed newbie with amazing skills, and chibi lady chain gun hero Chain Sumeragi even has a sidekick for laughs. Expect excellent animation by Bone Studio and soundtracks that slap. This is your fix of superpowered city fights and team mayhem. We are now halfway through this list. I would really appreciate it if you could give this video a like and consider subscribing to the channel if you're new here. Turn on the notification bell icon to be updated every time I upload a new video. Alright, well, time for the next entry. At number 5 is Bungo Stray Dogs. Don't let the title fool you. This is not about stray dogs, but literary geniuses who have superpowers. The armed detective agency in Yokohama employs people named after famous authors, Daizai Osamu, Mori Ogai, etc., each with bizarre ability powers straight out of their novels. The main guy, Atsushi Nakajima, yes, named after the author, can turn into a white tiger under the moon. When we first meet Atsushi, he's down on his luck, but after he saves Detective Dazai from suicide, he's drafted into this agency of ability users. Now, why might Fire Force fans dig this? Both shows highlight teams of quirky characters with wild abilities throwing down against dangerous foes. Instead of infernals, here the enemies are other ability users or criminal organizations like the Port Mafia. The style is sharp and action-packed. Fights are gorgeously animated by Studio Bones, and there's plenty of humor too. Dazai is a comedic weirdo, and the group spars often more than they need to. But whenever it's serious, it's serious. So, if teamwork and flashy powers on the streets are your jam, Bungo Stray Dogs is for you. You'll probably end up quoting Poe and Lovecraft by episode 3, but hey, that's part of the charm.
人は変わるものだ。現にそこの銀ちゃんだって昔はこんなに小さくて可憐な少女だったのだよ。
話をすり替えないでください。女。
Coming next, Sarif of the End throws us into an apocalyptic fantasy. A mysterious virus wipes out almost all adults, leaving only kids. Enter the vampires. They emerge from the shadows and enslave humanity, demanding blood in exchange for protection. The story follows Yuichiro Hyakuya, a stubborn orphan who survived the vampire attack. After years of harsh servitude under the Bloodsuckers, he is rescued by a special vampire-killing army, the Moon Demon Company. Fueled by rage and grief, Yu believes the vampires wiped out his family, and so he vows for vengeance. So, with a superpowered sword and a squad of allies, he sets out to slaughter vamps and maybe, just maybe, find out what really happened to his best friend Michaela. The combat scenes feature high-tension battles, glowing weapons, and dramatic team fights. The tone swings between grim, slavery, disease, and kids fighting monsters, and lighter moments with buddies joking around. If you loved watching Company 8's bonds form over fighting evil, then Sarif also has a strong found family vibe. In short, if you want a dramatic heroism story and a fight against a weird post-apocalyptic threat, then Sarif of the End is bloody fun. In the bronze position is Kimono Jihen, a relatively new supernatural mystery/action anime. Picture this: there are kimono, monsters and demons, living secretly among humans. Inugami Kohachi, a mystical tanuki detective, nicknamed the Kimonoist, solves strange monster cases. One day he finds Kabane Kusaka, a half-ghoul orphan boy, hiding a sinister secret and glowing eyes in a rural village. Inugami rescues him and brings him back to Tokyo, and together they start investigating other strange occurrences. Kabane soon meets two more Inugami's wards, Shiki, a tough spider boy, and Akira, an elegant snow girl. All these kids have some monster blood in them, but they fight with Inugami to solve mysteries about other beasts. So why should a Fire Force fan watch this? Kimono Jihen has that same mix of creepy creatures and youthful heroes teaming up. The cases range from haunted dolls to trolls, so it scratches the itch of battling creepy supernatural threats. Inugami is a laid-back, beer-loving mentor. Think of him as Company 8's wild uncle, while the kids bring the humor and the heart. The action scenes are snappy, and the animation is colorful, especially when Inugami uses hardening spells or when Kabane transforms with ghoul strength. It also has a nice slow burn mystery vibe.
まずい一瞬遅れた直撃ごめんのび丸よし
生身で攻撃バカな
ブースト
If portals and armies are your thing, this one is gold. World Trigger is set in Mikado City, where another dimension's monsters, called neighbors, periodically invade through gates. When these scary alien creatures show up, an organization called Border fights them with special suits and weapons called triggers. Enter our lead Yuma Kuga, an outsider from beyond the gate who teams up with ordinary student Osamu Mikumo to join Border and defend the city. This series is all about tactics and teamwork. Every fight is like a chess match. Characters combine their triggers in surprising ways to take down monsters. The animation of the battles is slick. Say goodbye to world-ending explosions and hello to strategic shootouts and physical combat. I'm pretty sure that you'll appreciate how Border agents work as a squad too. Think of Yuma and Osamu assembling the best combo attacks against towering alien beasts. Plus, it's optimistic. There's a lot of we-can-do-it spirit here. And hey, the show just keeps on going with seasons, so it's binge material if you want a long haul of powered-up action.
トリガーオン
And now, Promare, the fiery feature film blasting into our top spot. If you've seen Gurren Lagann or Kill la Kill, you know Studio Trigger's style. Over the top, vibrant, and totally insane. Promare turns all that up to 11. It's a movie, but trust me, at about 2 hours, it's a ride that feels like a whole series crammed with pyro. The setup? Decades ago, something called the Great World Blaze happened. Spontaneous human combustion killed half the planet. Survivors discovered a few humans got permanent flame abilities. These pyrokinetic folks, named Burnish, are now on the run. Fast forward 30 years, enter Gallo Thymus, a super pumped firefighter with bright blue hair, part of the Burning Rescue Brigade. His job is to burn down burning world terrorists, literally flame-wielding bad guys, while wearing an awesome flame-proof suit. Gallo clashes with the Mad Burnish, but he also clashes with the corrupt government. It's Fire Force meets Gurren Lagann, intense fire battles, giant mechs, and heroes shouting into explosive soundtracks. The visuals are just insane. Everything flashes neon, and characters move like tankers on fireworks. For a Fire Force fan, this hits so many sweet spots. There are firefighters, check, flame people, double check, and a story about tolerance versus fear. Plus, the pacing is just non-stop. One moment, Gallo is high-kicking through a blaze, next he's grappling a monster made of magma. The wiki puts it best. During those apocalypse fires, some humans became Burnish, and now Gallo, of Burning Rescue, is all about stopping them. It's basically the Fire Force concept on steroids, with comedic banter and an absolutely killer soundtrack by Hiroyuki Sawano. It's just 112 minutes of 3D and 2D colliding with glorious chaos. The perfect matchup of style and substance.
俺は助けるぜリオも地球もあんたもな
Well, there you have it. 10 anime series and a movie that should light the fuse for any Fire Force fan. What do you think? Did your favorite make the list? Or is there another blazing anime that you would add? Let me know in the comments down below which one you're most excited to watch next. And hey, if you enjoyed this list, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss our next anime deep dive. Until next time, stay fueled and keep those flames burning. Safely, of course.